Hey guys, it's Mark Rodriguez here again.
This is Johnny Rodriguez.
And we're watching Mark and Johnny at the movies, and what is he doing here?
I'm always off frame.
More! Mark! More! Mark!
Okay guys, cut it out, cut it out. If there's one thing we can all agree on is that we're all Dragon Ball Z fans, so let's just keep that little difference aside.
Okay, fine, we'll get along just for this once, whatever. Okay, so we just saw Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F. It's off F in Japanese, it skipped off in America for whatever reason. And it's on the theater, and it just came out in Japan in July, but I guess the hype for Dragon Ball Z is just so big, they just couldn't wait. They actually dubbed it and released it already in theaters for a limited time, and we just saw it. And basic plot synopsis, some of Freeza's soldiers found, like the Dragon Balls, they actually found his body parts, and he was chopped up by Trunks and brought him back to life. And now Freeza actually trained to become powerful enough to actually be a threat to modern day Goku and Vegeta, and we kind of go from there.
Correction, Freeza, they revived Freeza through Shenlong.
I know, but we're trying to
he came back in pieces, so they had to do their technology thing.
Well, this is going to be spoiler heavy review. I'm sure most of you guys have probably already seen it in the theater or leaked online or whatever. So in case you haven't seen it, heavy spoiler. So what are your thoughts? I guess we should start with more over there.
Alright, well, the movie was pretty good. I personally enjoyed Battle of Gods more, but it was more, that one was more of a kind of let's meet up with the characters after all this time and see what they're up to, and then put a little bit of a threat towards the end. But yeah, it was more lighthearted, I would say. This one was a lot more let's get straight to the action. Here comes Frieza with all his minions and everything, and I don't know how he became so strong in only a little bit of time, but apparently that's what happened.
No training whatsoever.
Focused training for what was it, 3 months?
Yeah, like 3 or 4
He did Pilates or something?
We don't know. They never do elaborate on that. Yeah, but well, I kind of like it. It was a pretty good movie. It was a pretty good movie. It's pretty action packed, like he said. Go straight to the action. We already kind of met the characters again with Battle of Gods. Now it's more to the action. I also like how this movie kind of, like, the first one was like, basically it was a big cameo fest was the other movie. This one's like, okay, we know who they are, let's just keep the characters we absolutely need. They didn't bring in everybody. And I also like how they kind of kept it as a Freeza Saga feel. They left Android 18 at home, they left Vito at home, they didn't bring in Trunks or Goten. It was just basically most of the characters that were more prevalent in the Freeza Saga. And I also like especially like the big army scene, because we know that Frieza has soldiers of all kinds of power levels. They're not all super powerful, powerful to regular people like us, but they should still be people that Roshi, Krillin, and Tenshin Han can still take down. So it's pretty cool that they all got to fight, they all got to show off their skills and everything. That was good.
What I think about the movie, I think it's great overall. I think it's another attempt to revive the franchise again. And, you know, sometimes after a while you kind of forget certain elements of the Dragon Ball Z saga. So it's kind of good that they kind of bring back all the stuff that made Dragon Ball Z awesome. And it's pretty good that they brought back Frieza. And they kind of mentioned a couple of things like from the past show. Like, you know, how Trunks defeated Frieza in the old days. And how, you know, how everything kind of takes place. So that it kind of makes the fans remember what was happening in that time period. And I kind of like that. I like the direction they took with this. Yes.
One thing that was kind of weird for the movie is the little space dude was in the movie, and well, I do know there's this extra manga. What was his name?
Taco. It was like Jocko or something. But
I think it was Jocko.
But they called him Taco at first.
Yeah. Well, the thing about him is that there's some side manga or something that Toriyama did where he's a space cop, and apparently Bulma's sister, who we've never ever heard of, named Tights, have adventures or whatever. So here he just comes to the movie, everyone's, hey, how's it going, dude? Like, they already know, how's my sister doing? And for people that never heard of this, it's kind of weird. It's kind of off.
It's kind of like they drew it in there, and like I never knew Bulma had a sister.
I know. Because I know that Vegeta has a brother, but that was an actual Dragon Ball Z special. I don't think there's any animated adventures with the space cop or whatever. So that was pretty weird. That was pretty distracting in a certain way. I would confuse a lot of fans, I'm sure, and everything. Any other thoughts, negatives, downsides, or?
This makes me question though, since Cell was made with Frieza's cells, does that mean that Cell could have technically gone into his own golden form?
If Cell trained, I guess. That's what I mean. Cell chose to literally just stand there for 10 days. He could have been training too, but I guess he was so overconfident. Training, who needs that?
Next sequel, Resurrection of C.
Yeah.
Golden form Cell.
It's like, I was not aware that Freeza had a golden form. I was trained.
Well, the way Dragon Ball Saga works, you never know. They might make us Cell.
And then, like, if Majin Buu gets pissed off enough, if anybody asks, Resurrection of Buu, the evil Buu comes out again, or something.
God, Kid Buu.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, I don't really see any bad sides. I do like it kind of funny how, since Yamcha is literally useless in the show, I did find it funny how, like, they're flying over there. We didn't tell Goten and Trunks they might pick a fight with Frieza. We didn't tell Childs. Oh, we didn't even bother to tell Yamcha. Like, who needs Yamcha? That's like so bad. Yeah. But that's basically my thoughts. I would say if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, it's pretty awesome. It's kind of conflicting. Lots of people, I have heard lots of people saying they did like Battle of Gods better than this one, but I personally like this one a lot more because it was more into the action. The first one was really more of a cameo fest and a whole lot of comedy. And if you love Lord Beerus and Wiz, they're in this movie a lot too. Lots of more comedy from their side and all that. But
well, I think I like this.
Attention.
I think I like this movie better than the previous one, even though some fans like the previous movie than this one. But personally, pretty much like, I'm gonna side with you guys pretty much because the movie has more action. Like, it's more in your face, and it actually really goes aligned with the storyline with the Freeza saga and everything that's kind of goes in between. Like the other movie, again, it's just like a cameo movie. It's like, where does that take place?
It's a little bit. It's between the saga and everything. Oh, we have to see
very comedic.
Pan as a little kid when she's still like a baby or so. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think GT is canon anymore, so it's definitely before GT, and it takes place before the tournament where they found Oob, so it's probably that little missing chunk.
Yeah. And if you guys have been seeing Dragon Ball Super, apparently Dragon Ball Super, now we've confirmed it, that it's basically Battle of Gods, and I assume Resurrection of F, but broken down episode form, and I guess within the episodes to give more details, more backstory, more like whatever. I'm curious to see how they're going to bring back Freeza here. They might even show us training if they do it that way, and if that Jocko guy's there, they might explain better, and not just, oh, he hangs out with my sister that never ever mentioned throughout the whole series. And
now, personally, it's none really against the new Dragon Ball series you're making, but it's kind of like a waste of time because if you can actually watch two well-produced movies that pretty much explains everything except for the little chunks they want to put in the anime, it's almost like a waste of time to watch that anime. But that's just my opinion.
They're saying that after they're done with that stuff, the third saga is going to be like something all new or whatever. But
so don't hate me, people. It's just my opinion. What I think about it. Don't.
But they always do that. They always do long series and then a short condensed one. They did that with Gurren Lagann. They did that with Death Note and the little things. Yeah, they always do that.
So basically, that's what I'm saying. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. I like this one a lot more than Battle of Gods. Of course, Battle of Gods is so good because they brought them back, and of course, that's when we first meet Lord Beerus and all that. But I love this one. It was a good movie. I can't wait to get it on DVD. Any final thoughts?
I like the soundtrack.
You like Memory Clover Z?
Oh, that's the one thing you gotta say. That was perfect. Actually adding Maximum of the Hormones Frieza song into the movie. They actually made that song about Frieza way before all this stuff started. I guess they were just Frieza fans. I don't know. But it was so perfect that they actually grabbed that song for this one. That was awesome. That was awesome. So I guess the rest of this episode, yes, this is Mark and Johnny, and I guess more at the movies. And yeah, see you next time.